Hey guys, what's going on? If you're new here, welcome. My name is BrittanyNichole. I have hooded eyes and I do a lot of videos that work if you have hooded eyes, but don't worry, if you don't, it will totally work on you as well. You just don't have to really fake your crease. So today we are going in with part 2 of my series with the Desi x Katy Dose of Colors Round 2 collection using the Friendcation palette. The first video I did, I'll link down below or put a card up here, is using the really bright blues, which is way outside my comfort zone, but also super fun. So today I wanted to take it back to basics and do this, which is just a very simple, smoky brown, easiest, and I know I say that with a lot of videos, but it is so easy to get this. I'm using 3 shadows, just a tiny bit of a 4th, so really it's just 3 shadows, and it is so simple. If you're a beginner or if you're advanced, you could totally do this eye look. I did this eye off camera and it took me 5 minutes. So if you are interested in seeing how I got this look right here, go ahead and keep watching. All right, so the first shade we're starting out with is Necessary, and I'm just gonna take that on a flat brush. This is a Smith 256, and I'm gonna work that all over the eye. I'm kind of doing this a little bit backwards. A lot of times I go in and kind of fake the crease first, but today I'm starting with the lid color, kind of working that out, and then adding a crease color. So I've already primed my lids with concealer, and I set that, so I'm just going straight over with Necessary. I'm not trying to be super precise here. I just don't want to drag it out too far on the outside. This Smith brush is super awesome if you have hooded eyes because it has that pointed tip, so you can really get in that inner corner and then kind of work it in and blend as you go. All right, so that's roughly the shape I want. I haven't blended it out yet, but while I'm here, my nose is gonna itch. I'm just gonna take my pencil brush and go in still with Necessary and work that on the lower lash line just to make the job a little bit easier. I've been doing this a lot lately, kind of working whatever I'm using under the lash line before finishing the upper lid, because I just can kind of get like a better idea of what everything's gonna look like. So I'm really smoking this one out, so I'm again not trying to be too precise here, and I'm bringing this down pretty far and all the way in. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with a blending brush. I'm just gonna start with my Smith 230, which is a little smaller and a little more pointed, and I'm gonna start to kind of blend out the edges here. And then just taking a larger blending brush, this is just a Wet n Wild fluffy brush, I'm just gonna really kind of work out those edges where I added some more color with the 230. All right, perfect. Now I'm gonna go in with another Smith brush. I'm gonna take the 247 and I'm gonna go in with a little bit of churro, and I'm gonna take that and start to kind of work that on the outer corner area. So I like this brush because it's kind of flat but also pointed at the same time, so it's really easy to work your outer corner area. So I'm kind of patting in like a V motion, and then I'm gonna start to kind of flick it inwards so there's a nice fade into Necessary. And then again, taking the Wet n Wild brush, we just want to blend out any harsh edges. I'm not going for a super stark look. I just want kind of a nice wash of browns on the lid, so it kind of looks a little smoky, sultry, blown out. All right, and just like we did with Necessary, I'm gonna take a pencil brush. This is a little more precise. This is a MAC 219, and I'm gonna work churro right under. All right, switching back to that Wet n Wild fluffy brush, I'm gonna go back in with Necessary and pull that in a little further towards where my nose kind of starts to contour a little bit. Just make sure the edges are nice and blended. All right, so again with the fluffy brush, I'm gonna go into Cheens, which is the darkest brown, and I'm gonna deepen just towards the outer V a little bit. I don't want to bring this up too high at all. Keeping it on where my mobile lid is and then just blending. Just to add a little bit more definition. And then switching to a liner brush, again, going in with Sheens. I'm gonna kind of tightline my lashes, and then we're gonna go in with the Kat Von D brown liner. This is just kind of like a guideline for me. And then taking that under as well. And then just blending. And I do want to take just a touch of Girl Bye, which is the more pinky shade, and I'm running that under as well. I just think it adds a pretty effect. I just felt like it needed a little something, and I did it on this side, so just to the lower lash line. Just like that. So now I'm gonna go in with my liner, and I'm taking the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Hemingway, which is just kind of a matte brown liner, and I'm going to really tightly line my lash line. So that's why I kind of applied that brown shade first. It just kind of gives me a nice guideline, and I am gonna wing this out just a little bit. You could see it on this side. So starting by just lining the kind of tightest area, as tight as I can get to towards the lash liner there. And then I'm gonna kind of, this is a lot easier if you're doing it when not filming, cross my arms and kind of work my way in. I'm really just kind of touching. And then I'm going to just kind of follow my lower lash line and go flick it outwards. So now I'm going to line my waterline, and then we might add a little more definition up here. But for the waterline, I'm just gonna take a little bit of Mac Duck, which again is just a brown liner. This is super old. I don't even know if they make this anymore. So upper and lower. And then on top of that, I'm taking this kind of burgundy liner from NYX. This is the NYX Faux Blacks in Blackberry, and I'm just lining right over the waterline on the bottom. You could totally just stick to the brown though if that's what you were feeling. I just think that looks kind of pretty. All right, so I'm gonna hop off and I'm gonna apply the Kiss Corset lashes, which I have on this side. I know they're a little bit intense for a look like this, but I like it. So I'm gonna go do that, and I will meet you right back here. All right, you guys, lashes are on, and this is what everything is looking like. I love this look. So pretty, so simple, and so basic. I feel like in today's world of YouTube, we're kind of stuck in a like, who can do the most outlandish look that is 18,000 steps. So it's nice to kind of bring it back to basics, and I like that this palette allows you to do both. On my lips, I do have their first drop with Dose of Colors lip collection. I have No Shade and More Creamer Please, both on my lips. This isn't my favorite formula, but if you kind of work with it and kind of like pat it into the lips, I do like it. It just takes a little bit more work, I guess. They're a little bit more on the dry side for my lips. I kind of have dry lips in general, so that's like personal preference. But yeah, this is the complete eye look, and I think it's so pretty and so simple. Like I said, just easy, basic. I think we used 1, 2, really 3 shades here. We just went in with a teensy tiny bit of the pink shade, which is technically a 4th, but if I wasn't talking through this, like when I did this eye, it literally took me 5 minutes. So I wanted to, like I said, give you guys a more basic all matte look since I just did the really bright blue look, which is really outside of my comfort zone. This is more close to home for me, but I really do like them both. So yeah, that's it for this one, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, as always, please leave them below. I love to hang out in the comment section and talk to you guys. Otherwise, if you're interested in seeing any more videos from me, please subscribe. It means the absolute world to me, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.